"You'll be seeing Captain Christopher again," said the guard. Clavering could see nothing from inside the van, but he was not surprised when the door opened to reveal the environs of the spaceport. He looked with interest at the other vans that were drawn up in an orderly line, at the black-clad men who were tumbling out of each one. It was cheaper, he supposed, to arrange a mass deportation every so often. He stiffened with surprise as he turned to look at the ship. She was big, far bigger than any vessel that he had ever seen. She dwarfed the spaceport administration buildings, the cranes and gantries. Her tail fins were flying buttresses, and she was a huge, improbable tower built of gleaming metal. "We're traveling in style," said the man on Clavering's left. "They've sent an Alpha-class liner to pick us up." "That's no Alpha-class liner," said Clavering. "It's at least twice the size." A voice was booming from loudspeakers. "Attention, all. Attention, all. Personnel will board the ship forthwith." The long lines of men shuffled forward, with alert guards in close attendance, as they passed up the ramps into the earth. There was an elderly man, in purser's uniform, on duty at the head of the ramp, by which Clavering boarded. He was ticking off names on a sheet. Clavering, John Hyde, the insignia on Clavering's sleeves. The work that he had been doing during his last prison sentence added up to make sense. "Making us work our passages," he remarked. The purser ignored him. "Cowden, Peter, air circulation." David, air circulation." "Hydroponics men, this way," a voice was shouting. Clavering, with the other men of his department, followed the master-at-arms through alleyways and up ladders, found himself with 11 more deportees in a sparsely furnished dormitory. The petty officer ignored all questions. The steel door shut with a decisive click. The time dragged. The men talked in a desultory way. They were grateful when the wall speaker came to life and ordered them to their bunks for black. They resented not being told what was happening. All their past experience of space travel had been as fare-paying passengers. They were relieved when the thunders died and the crushing weight was lifted from their chests. There was a little horseplay as they tumbled about the compartment in free fall. "Attention," barked the wall speaker. The bulkhead below it had come alive, had become a huge video screen. It depicted what was obviously the control room of a spaceship. It showed a tall man in black uniform who wore on his sleeves the 4 gold bands of captaincy. "The governor," whispered somebody. "I thought he was just an ex-captain. And there's the old quack with him," muttered one of the other men. "Men," said Captain Christopher quietly. "I do you the honor of calling you men, because it is a man's job that lies before you. A job so dangerous and uncertain that free men who are willing to do it are hard to find. History," he said after a pause, "repeats itself. Centuries ago, there was another Cristofaldo. That was his given name, who knew that the earth was round. And this in an age when the majority of seamen feared that if they sailed too far to the westward their ships, and himself with them, would fall over the edge. This Christopher Columbus, found that he could sail his ships only by impressing men from the jails. All of you who have come to the rim worlds have had your chances. All of you discovered, with your first experience of jail, that crime does not pay. And yet, although you knew that the penalty for habitual crime was deportation, you persisted in your ways. You are here, all of you, as the direct consequence of your own actions. The rest of us, myself, the officers, and the petty officers are here because we want to be, and I wish to make it clear that we do not intend to be thwarted in our purpose.